Are you ready? Stand by.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Three Gun Show. I'm your host, Dave Hartman, and we have a really cool episode for you this week. Everyone's favorite, Jay Carillo, is back on the podcast, and we also have Jay's partner from the DC Project team match, Jon Wiedell. Now, Jon, if you're not familiar with him, you should be. Jon is a junior who has come on super hot in the last year and is just flat killing it in the open division at home in Minnesota and on the road around the country. So the three of us sit down, we talk team matches, switching up divisions, and then Jay and I grilled Jon a little bit. We learned what his motivations are, how he got so good in a short amount of time, how he pays for 3-gun, which I really liked, and you'll be interested to find out how he does that as well, and what his plans are for the future. Before we get into that, last week I told you that I was going to get out and shoot my new JP LRP-07, which is such a freaking gorgeous rifle. Well, I did, and I ran through a whole box of Defender ammo that they sent me. 6.5 Creedmoor, really cool, of Defender, so thank you for sending that along. I really enjoyed shooting it. And so we got a little time constrained after waiting out a nice Texas rainstorm, which is funny because it's actually raining right now. You might hear it in the background. So we only shot out to 300 yards, but holy cow, this thing is fun to shoot. Dustin at JP talked me into the recoil eliminator, and wow, that thing sits so soft and still, and you can see your impacts in the scope. I really like that. So excited. I can't wait to shoot it more, and I just got confirmation from my pal Mike Griswold that he's down to be my partner for the Vortex Extreme. So I'm freaking excited. I'm going to get out and shoot a match with this bad boy so soon, but I need to get on that practice now. Mike, if you're listening, I'm practicing right now. Trust me. Exciting times, so more on that later. More good content coming from the long range front and also the 3-gun front, as in this one. One last thing before we get started here that you need to pay attention to in this podcast. At the DC Project team match, I roomed with Jay Christensen, and we decided that it would be fun to get together a big group of people to shoot Texas 3-gun in heavy division. And we talk about that here in the podcast, Jay and Jon and I. So listen for that here, and then you come out and join us with your 308 rifle in 2020. But for now, enjoy this Bro Team podcast with Jon Wiedell and Jay Carillo. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Great to have you. So for the folks listening at home, Jay Carillo.
Hello.
Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, Dave.
And new to the show, Jon Wiedell. Jon, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you, man. So we'll set the stage for the folks at home. First of all, if you hear like a whooshing in the background, AC's on, you're gonna have to put up with that because we can't live without it. So we're in Burnet, Texas.
Too hot outside.
Yeah, my truck said 106 degrees when I got in to come over here. And we're here for a team match at Reveille Peak Ranch. So y'all are teammates.
Yes.
How did that come about?
How did that come about, Jon?
We heard about the DC match. I asked Jay. Jay said yes. And now we're teammates.
Simple as that. Well, anyway, thanks for coming to the 3-gun show.
Yeah.
So you guys chose to do this match, and so basically like the setup is one adult, one junior, or one adult, one female. Apparently, one female equals one junior according to this match.
Okay. Yeah.
I've done the math.
That's right.
If you do algebra,
Science.
Yep, science, man. So, the format is TAC Ops only. But Jay, you've been playing in open this year.
A little bit.
And Jon, you shoot open primarily, right?
I'm no more open curious. I'm full out of the closet.
You're full open. So what's going on? How's TAC going this first day?
Pistol was a little rough on the first one. I thought there was a dot, but there's no dot. Everything else is easy, though. Slugs aren't easy, though. Slugs are bad.
You're
hard,
like,
aren't
hey,
they?
where's the dot for this thing? Oh, wait. I have to bury my face on this and watch that thing on the end.
It's not fun anymore.
Those targets were hard, though.
They're tiny.
They
were pretty small, yeah.
Smaller than the fiber.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I have an orange fiber, and those were orange slug targets, so I basically just like, okay, until the fuzzy parts just merge.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold it on, cover it. Just cover it and send it.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do. Jay, how's it going for you, man?
Good. TAC Ops has been good.
Because you shot TAC Ops for a long time, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been shooting everything except open. you
Right.
know, For
So how long you
a
been shooting
while.
open?
No, not long. I just got that VR80 and I thought it was a good value, and a lot of guys were saying it was a good gun, and it has been a good gun. It's
Mhm.
been reliable. It's been soft shooting, and it's just getting broke in. So I'm gonna probably play with the recoil system and put the TAC-on buffer in there and see how that smooths things out and softens things up, and should be fun. That gun is running. It's
Yeah.
not very picky. It's not finicky at all. It's eating up everything I'm
They
giving
seem
it.
to go through like a lot of different loads.
Yeah, I've found everything from the smooth hull AA's to the ribbed cleavers to everything in between, that it just runs very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I've heard of a problem with it burning the living crap out of your hand
Yeah. So
because the gas piston is really close to the
really
handguard.
close to the handguard. They like the nice thing is that it's slim, right? It's a slim
Right.
handguard.
Really slim.
Really slim, which allows you to put that wrap on there. Craig Outson put out a little video on a zeotoxin, I think it's called, a insulating wrap
Yeah.
that works great.
Reminds me of like header wrap for cars.
Yeah. I can't say I've played with that stuff, but I would imagine it works the same way. Yeah.
No. So Craig's a firefighter, so
Yeah.
it's probably some kind of like Nomex something or other.
I think this stuff was made for like bow hunting in the cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so your bow doesn't get cold and you can actually hold it comfortably. Is
Huh.
what it looks like it was originally marketed for.
Interesting.
So, but it works great for the heat as well.
And
So
did you do that to yours?
I did that to mine, and it's not a problem.
Any adverse effects as far as like the all the carbon and the heat building up under it?
I
underneath that thing?
haven't seen that yet, but I don't have that many rounds through that thing yet.
Hmm.
So we'll see. I have to get an open pistol still.
Oh, really?
So I've been
So-
just shooting my TAC pistol and open.
So you're only like half, 2/3 open?
Yeah.
Not even open curious.
I've got the bipods or the bags, which worked out great the last local I shot. So, yeah, once I get everything all set up with the pistol, maybe we'll take it out to a major. And then
Sweet.
go battle this junior over here.
No, please don't.
Yeah. Open shooters don't like when there's competition in their division.
Oh, man, it's all fun because it's like, you know how it is, John, right? It's just like go, go, go.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
No penalties.
So what do you think? What attracted you to open in the beginning? What brought you to
Pistol.
open? The pistol?
And the shotgun.
Okay.
I really don't use the dot as much as people say.
On the shotgun?
On the rifle.
Oh, on the rifle. Yeah.
The 45 dot's nice, really just for long range. A lot of people use it for 50-yard offhand steel, but it's just for close paper.
Yeah. Yeah. We shot Red October a couple years ago, and then again this last year, and both times. I think both times. No. It was just this last year. I had the 45-degree red dot. I don't think I used it once. It just, the whole match was like pretty much a 1x match anyway, but
Yep.
I don't think it really provides that huge of a benefit unless you're going straight from a long-range target or something with like middle distance where you use 2 to 3 or something like that, then go directly into paper,
Yep.
which we don't do very often.
No.
Because a lot of matches are, I would say most matches are like tack-friendly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
because they usually give you something to brace off of, and
Yeah, they give you some time to transition or zoom down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So do you do the whole bipods and bags and things like that?
I tried a bag once at Missouri 3-gun when we shot off the rocks,
Mhm.
and it was the first time, so we duct taped it to the handguard so it'd stay on. But when you duct tape a bag to your handguard, the beans in it get really tight.
Oh.
so it couldn't form to the rock. So
Right.
I just pretty much ended up putting it on my hand and the hand on the rock, and it was wiggly, so it didn't really work.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah, so I'll just stick to the handguard.
Yeah, man. Some of the time, like at you've shot Rocky Mountain a bunch of times, Jay, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I see dudes like trailing bags around them, like on their belt and things like that, trying to get like up the reverse stairs and the reverse.
Yeah.
What do they have? Ladders and things like that, and a bunch of rocks.
They usually have some props that you're shooting off
Yeah.
of.
But you gotta drag those bags and
Yeah.
stuff around you, like dingleberries hanging off of your belt.
I tell you what, though, the other year, not last year, when I shot Rocky, I brought bags out, and everyone on my squad used those bags.
Oh, really?
Jerry included.
Oh, you're kidding?
No, I think the only one that didn't use my bag at that match on my squad was Bruce Pyatt. And then a couple matches after that, he ended up using it somewhere else. So he was anti-bag. But everyone died. I think Ryan had his bags. Scott, Tony Holmes, just about everyone on my squad was like, oh, Randy's like, let me borrow your bag. Everyone used my bag. So I was like, oh, it's a good thing you brought these. So I got a lot of use out of it.
Interesting.
Got some miles on it. Because it's, like you said, it's usually the props. Ladders,
Yeah.
like a pole or a stick or something like that, or stairs, or you're usually shooting off of something unstable and weird shaped.
Mm-hmm.
So the bag helped conform to that and provide some stability. So it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that I shot that sniper match with AMAX, and we had an udder bag,
Mm-hmm.
UDDER, right?
Okay.
It's like 4 little hangy things, and so it kind of conforms to rails, like fence post rails and
Mm-hmm.
deck rails and things like that. So basically window sills and stuff like that. So that was super stable using that little thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, that seemed like a pretty clutch little piece of gear to have. The other thing is like the bag that goes under your arm. What do you call that one?
Pump pillow.
Pump pillow.
Pump pillow?
There
Yep.
you go.
You got small pump pillow, medium pump pillow, extra big pump pillow.
You got those, John?
Yeah.
Have you played with them?
We shoot PRS, so we use those. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
hmm
Okay.
So you're going to integrate them in the open, you think?
Coming from TAC, I don't use bags because I've been able to figure out how not to use them.
Right.
And it's faster to just get into position rather than screw around with your bag, getting it under you, trying to find the best spot for it.
Mhm.
Because in PRS, you got all the time in the world.
Right.
It's all about hits. You walk from position to position. So,
Yeah, that was another thing that was weird when I went to that first match. Is people were like just strolling to the
Yep.
next position. It's like, come on, urgency here.
when
There's no urgency at all.
I watched a video of a guy before my first one, and he was inside of like a box car shooting out.
Mm-hmm.
There's 4 positions, and he shot the first one, and he was going pretty fast. And then he walked to the next one, and I was freaking out. I was like, what are you doing? Why aren't you running?
I think that's like every 3-gunner's first like precision match, right? Like you're running from
Yep.
position to position. You're like ripping off rounds.
Yep.
You get like half your hits, and then when you're done, you're like waiting for people to clap, and they're all just like, "Oh, what happened to that guy?"
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, same thing happened to you.
More or less.
Oh, good times. So, so how do you guys know each other? You're not from the same state.
Nope. First year, Nordic Vortex Trigun was my first major. I had 2 local matches before that,
Mhm.
and I got lucky, and I was able to be squatted with Jay Carillo, Randy Luth, Mark Roth. I think that's...
Is that why you shoot open? Did those guys poison you?
No.
Randy and
I didn't want to hold up that massive thing. I tried holding Mark's
oh,
and
the extra.
Randy's.
Yeah.
That thing's like 30 pounds.
Yeah.
Not even fun.
Yeah.
But I shot TAC at that. Shot TAC the following years.
Was that 2 years ago?
Yep.
At, so that's when we met, right?
Yep,
At
at
the
the 2A
2A
camp.
Heritage Junior Camp. Right.
Yep.
So lots happened since then.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So you've actually done really well since that camp. Like I see your match performance has like massively increased, especially over like the last 6 to 9 months. Right?
Yeah.
You should be proud of that because a
Thank you.
lot of people have
Absolutely.
noticed. So, what do you attribute that to?
Dry fire practice, live practice.
Yeah? What kind of practice do you do?
Weapon manipulation drills a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Transitions, movement, target to target. Just simple stuff, really. High repetitions of anything.
So, why? Why do you practice? Like, what was it for you that, like, turned that corner from, like, okay, this is something we do on the weekends to, like, okay, well, now I'm going to sit there after school and I'm going to practice and I want to get better at this?
First year, Nordic Vortex Trigun. Once the match was over, we're all waiting around for scores, crash and practice score. I was able to talk to Randy Luth at his truck for about 3 hours. We just talked about shooting, talked about what it's like, what it can be, and after that, I was just hooked and just figured I want to do this. I want to be good at it.
Really?
Yep.
What did he say to you?
He told me the opportunities I can have in it, the friendships, the skill that it takes, and just the people. The people in 3-gun are better than any.
Yeah, that's for sure. I would agree with that. Yeah.
I concur.
Interesting.
3 hours. You never told me about that. That's awesome.
It's a secret.
What an opportunity, man.
Yeah. Good deal.
So he told you all the secrets of the
All the
3-gun
secrets.
world? Awesome. I feel like Randy Luth has like a treasure chest of secrets out
He's
there.
a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I haven't been able to talk to him for 3 hours, but super interesting dude every time I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're friends with Randy.
Yeah.
Jay, do you get any sort of
Oh,
nuggets along the way, or do you
for
save them all for
sure.
Jon?
No, for sure. I mean, he's more than willing to share all kinds of wisdoms, you know. I don't think 3 hours or 3 days is enough.
Yeah.
You know, you just kind of sit there, right, and absorb it, right,
Yep.
Jon? Just
You don't say much.
no, you're just like, wow, that's cool. So yeah, Randy's been around. He knows what's
Yeah.
up. So
Since like the DPMS is where
yeah.
I most identify Randy with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which you go back in the day, that was like one of the two most successful AR-15 companies
Yeah.
before there were 118 AR-15 companies.
Yeah. Yep. A lot of things that they're doing now that were probably his idea.
Yeah,
You know?
super pioneer in the industry that we like to play in.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool opportunity, man. Good
Yeah.
for you.
It was fun.
Yeah, that's fun. So then, okay, we decided, like, all right, well, that's a turning point. This is something I wanted to do. So what was the first step? What'd you
Upgrade.
do? Upgrade,
Pistol
really?
upgrade. I continued the rest of the year shooting that Glock 34, which isn't bad, but magazine capacity is not very much. So I upgraded to the STI 2011
Mm-hmm.
and started shooting matches with that, got a little bit better. Then I upgraded to an Atlas, and I've been shooting that since I switched to open.
Cool.
Hmm
And you've got, like, a pretty good 3-gun culture in Minnesota, too.
Yeah. Minnesota 3-gun group.
Yeah,
Good
like
stuff.
super lucky to be a part of that.
It's crazy. The local matches, they're just like majors. Each
Yeah.
stage is going to challenge you something like a major stage will. That's very helpful to have around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's helpful to have around, and it's also something you don't see in a lot of places.
Yep.
Because there's, putting on a match is hard.
Correct.
So luckily it's a group, right? So there's
Mhm.
several people that are involved in it. But usually, like, when there's one guy involved, sometimes, like, burnout can ensue.
Yep.
And a lot of times, like, stages are kind of thrown together at the last
Yep.
minute because there's not a lot of volunteerism. Like, they got to do everything on themselves.
Right.
So, yeah, super lucky to be a part of Minnesota 3-gun group.
Definitely.
Do you do, like, their skill builder classes and things like that?
Last year I did a couple other skill builders, but this year I wasn't able to. I had a basketball tournament, so kind of a bummer.
Got it. How do you balance time between basketball and 3-gun?
Shooting definitely overruns basketball.
Yeah, shooting
So if I
wins.
have a match that weekend, I don't play basketball. But during the winter is basketball season, so the only match I have to take off is hard as hell.
Yeah, that
Yep.
was a fun match.
That was a fun match.
Was that the first Hard as Hell you went to?
That was my second one.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it. Jay, you've done Hard as Hell a bunch of times too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Probably one of my most favorite matches of the year, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, AMAX always says, like, we start at Hard as Hell and then plan backwards from there. It's like, okay, we'll put that on the calendar, and then, like, what else do we want to do?
Right.
But it's true, man. I skipped it not last year, but the year before. And then this year came back. I was like, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's why I like to come to this match.
Yep.
I hope they have it this year again.
I hope so, too.
Sounds like they're having some stuff going on at the range.
Yeah, the range is moving directions. Apparently, they're going to turn the whole thing 180 degrees, which is kind of weird. But, yeah, I hope it happens this year.
Yeah.
Little nervous. It's a lot of dirt to move in a short amount of time.
Yep.
If anyone can do it, Ken can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, but the county's going to do it, so government's involved. Now you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, 2020 then.
Well, they still got to hold USPSA Nationals there, I think.
Yep.
PCC Nationals.
Yeah, apparently that's going to – PCC Nationals is going to happen, and then they're going to start the move, so.
Okay.
Nice.
And then Red October is going to be in Las Vegas this year.
Okay. Is it going to be the same weekend as the one in Illinois, you think?
The one in Illinois?
The one that I think Tactical Shit's putting it together.
Oh, yeah? I haven't heard about it.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see. Because I want to kind of shoot both of them. But they're usually like either back-to-back or on top of each other.
I haven't even heard of the Tactical Shit one.
Yeah. I saw an email. I get their emails, so I don't remember what the date was, but they're doing another one.
And
They did one last year.
What it's
down
like,
in, I think it was Sparta.
elaborate. What is it?
So it's just like Red October in SUPS, but Red October in Sparta, Illinois.
Huh.
Because the guys at Tactical Shit are like in St. Louis, right? So they're
Right.
like an hour and a half away or something. So
Oh, okay.
they usually put that match together. So I think Corinne missed it last year because she went to the other one. But supposedly she's going to this year, which makes me think that they're spreading them out. So we'll
Right.
see. I'd like to get something set up for that. John, you got any K?
I got a Sega. When Red October went on last year, all the cool videos came out of everybody doing their reloads, their tactical AK reloads. So I tried it with my Sega. I got pretty good at it, but I like my AR-15s.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. So I like the Galil.
Yep.
Because I shoot the 5.56, magazine
Yeah.
drops, magazine goes in,
Yeah.
good to go.
I should look into that too. And
Yeah.
the ammo's cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean,
You just
For
grab
good
from
ammo.
the same box for,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, you don't need good ammo for that because it's the Red October match, like the farthest target last year, I think was 110 yards.
Oh, okay.
So. Yeah, we
Sweet.
shot that Kalash Bash in College Station, Texas, and I mean it was like 80 yards. It's like the farthest target.
I want one of those jumpsuits.
Yeah, that Mike and Lanhath.
Christmas wish.
It was pretty slick. All right, guys, back on the topic of team match. So first day's done. Jay, have you done a team match before?
I've done team matches. Not like 2-person team match.
It's like usually a 3-person
Yeah,
team
usually
match.
a
You've done the top 10 match before? Is that
Yep.
one?
Yep. The Chujicon 3-man. Yeah, that was it. A couple times.
How about you, John? Is this your first team match?
First team match.
Yeah. What do you think so far?
It's different.
Yeah.
The one stage I was shooting, I was going good. I was having fun, and then I realized I had to tag Jay. I was ready to finish the stage, but nope, Jay wanted to shoot too.
You're on a roll.
I had to let him.
Yeah,
We
so
did-
we
we
all
did
shot the same 5 stages today, which is kind of interesting because the usually matches don't do that. Like you're all shooting different stages throughout the day. This is kind of cool. We shoot morning instead of AM PM kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Before it gets super
Before it gets
hot.
super hot like it is right now. I'm
Yeah.
so happy we're not shooting
Yeah.
right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we all shot the same 5 stages. 4 stages. Thank you. you can talk on the mic and correct me. It's all right.
Dave Ford.
So we all shot the same 4 stages. How did the communication go? Did you guys talk about what you were going to do beforehand and stuff? Or,
Oh, yeah.
Are you talking on the clock? Or are you just kind of in the 3-gun mode and then oh, that's right, there's someone else that I need to communicate with here?
What do you think? I think for the most part we were in sync. We went over the plans before, and then we didn't stray from the plans, so
Yep.
it was good. About the only talking I think was me. I was like, hey, just breathe.
Slugs.
Yeah, slugs, like slow down, take a sight. I think that was about it. But otherwise, we executed our plans per the plan. Went pretty good.
We were gaming the dump and then tag.
Yeah.
Yep. Just stick your hand out and have the dude run into it.
Yep.
Yeah, just trying to figure out efficiencies
Yep.
in a team situation. So I think it worked out pretty good.
Did you guys see anyone run into each other on the tag?
I ran into his back when we had to run holding hands.
Which means I wasn't running fast enough.
I bit my lip too.
I promise I'll run faster next time.
Better.
Yeah, the art of the tag is something you need to figure out if
Yeah.
you're going to be in a team match. And you've probably seen this a lot, Jay, because you shot the Church of God or the top 10 match. But I see a lot of people tagging, like holding out their right hand to be tagged, and then the guy running up with the left hand and tagging them.
Yeah.
And so now, like, they're chest to chest, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Bro
hug. Yeah, they're like bro hugging. It's like, I can't get around you and go shoot the shotgun if you're going to tag me and then, like, stand right in front of me. Like,
Yep.
tag and get away.
Yeah, that definitely is an important thing to do, is be out of the way. When that first stage we shot, stage 1, with the tunnel,
Yep.
I'm running back.
Oh.
I was the first shooter, so I was running back, and I had the sun coming at me, and I couldn't see the top of the tunnel.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, don't get clipped by that.
And that tunnel has no give. That would have put you on your
That
butt.
would have put me on my
It's better than a
You
steel
would've had to-
pipe.
John would have had to drag me through the tunnel.
Yeah.
And then like tag me behind the line to make it legal, I think. For
I
him
think he's got to
continue.
tag you over. He's got to drag you over the line.
But then as soon as I got through the tunnel, I could see him, and I think we had a pretty good tag. I'll have
Yeah.
to watch the video again. We had a really good tag on that, and I tagged him, and he was right through that tunnel.
Good tag, buddy.
Good tag.
Nice. Yeah, we were second shooters on that one, and so I was shooting the shotgun. So the only time I went through the tunnel was the forward direction, right? And I was air gunning, shooting shotgun as I was going through there, and I'm like, okay, well I can load as I get up here. And like, okay, well watch your head, Dave. You know, that kind of thing. And so I didn't even think like I got to come back through that tunnel, and so I didn't judge what level of bent over I need to be
While
go
sprinting.
through. Yeah, while sprinting. And so as I'm looking at it coming at me, I'm thinking like, I'm trying to like do some math. You know? I'm like,
Algebras.
yeah,
Science.
Geometry. How much does my back bend?
exactly. Is that navel height or is that hip height? You know. So I decided like on the move, like I'm just gonna go for a bear crawl. And so I tried to do a bear crawl, but I was going so fast, like I ended up instead of striking just on my hands, like I went straight to my right knee and like bashed it, and then got up and like tagged Dave, and he went and.
At least you didn't somersault through there.
I know, and bowl over Dave. That would have been terrible, but I heard some laughs from the gallery as I was going through the tunnel backwards in a bear crawl. So we gotta review the game film, see if that one's a good one.
Make a good Instagram post.
Yeah.
We were talking, or I overheard Lena talking with Nate and Joel, and they were talking about sliding under the tunnel. And
That's
then
a long slide.
It's a long slide, so
Kind of like
my
wet the
joke,
ground.
my joke was, you come up short like in Paul Blart, and you just kind of scoot, scoot, scoot. But it would have been funny to see that for sure.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I was a lot of the juniors on ours just kind of like hinged at the hips and like walked under.
Yeah.
I was like, man, maybe I don't think
Remember
I could
when?
do that. Yeah. How did you get under there?
I went hinged at my hips and
Did
walked
you just
under.
walked under there?
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe that was a smart move. Maybe it was higher than I thought, but it just felt like it was lower because I bashed my head on the stick coming out like as I was trying to shoot.
Yeah, I got my hat caught though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I hit my head and like tweaked my neck, and then I felt much better when I watched James Gill go through there because he hit his head on every single stick through the whole.
Poor guy.
Yep, found that one.
Yep,
Found that one too.
There's that one. There's that.
That's funny because during walkthrough yesterday, he ran through it and someone said, "Don't hit your head," and he immediately just smashed his forehead.
Yeah, there was a lot of people whacking their
Poor
heads.
guy.
And then his partner Mia, she whacked her melon on that too.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
She's shorter.
I know. I think she just like tried to stand up too quickly, but
Hey, at least it wasn't like a welded rebar frame like in
Yep.
at Sups. Who
Oh,
was that?
yeah,
That was Becky.
That was, oh man, that
Yeah,
looked
and she
painful.
like
She
legit
bent the
bent
bed.
that thing. Yeah, last year there was a dude at last year. So when she bent that, like it went down.
Yeah.
So now you like got to get lower, right? Last year at Subs, because like the erosion has filled that in with dirt, you got to get really low now.
Yep.
A dude whacked his head and then had to go somewhere to get that looked at.
Oof.
Oh
Yeah. So like that's now become like a
Good thing we
concern.
signed the waiver.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Definitely
don't carry my AR mags on the back anymore
Yep.
when I'm going through stuff like that because I've seen some guys get caught. They're like, "How come I'm not moving?"
Yeah,
Well,
it's like the aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Top Gun when
landing
it
on
stops.
yep.
Going into hard as hell this year, my first year in open, I got my big 20-round magazines on me,
Yeah.
and we had to crawl up the berm and through the tunnels.
Yes.
And I get ready for the first tunnel, and I jump through, and I stop. my shotgun mags on my belt caught the thing, so I literally just stopped in the tube, had to back out, run through. Yeah, it was a nightmare. The things you learn about open division.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done the magazine on that bar thing at Sups twice. And I should know better now, but I will give myself a little bit of credit. Like I knew that was going to be back there, and I knew I needed a mag up there. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to bring the spare mag. Like we're going to have 35 rounds for these targets, and
Can't put it in your hand because everywhere is mud.
Well, yeah. I mean, at Subs for sure. So this time, what I'm talking about is today. I would just put it in my back pocket
Yep.
and then didn't put my pouch on there,
Yep.
which was good because then, I ended up going like a loon through the thing and I whacked my melon and, scraped my back. So, yeah, it was the smart move for sure.
Poor Dave.
I know, if there could be a smart move.
I feel bad for you.
Do you? I can
Just a
tell.
little bit.
I can tell. Jay gave me some Advil. I'm fine. other Jay, Christensen. So, yeah, these team matches are fun, man. It's like a whole different style because the on the surface, like the stages look like super simple.
Yep.
But once you throw in like the coordination of a partner and stuff like that, it's a good time.
Definitely.
Yeah, you just hope that you're not. You just hope you're on your game and your partner's on your game and you're not carrying. One's not carrying the other too
Yep.
much. And
Yeah.
I think it's been everyone that is on our squad at least that have shot. I think watching them shoot, they've been pretty on the ball.
Yep.
So
Definitely.
been
Everyone's
good.
consistent.
so
Yeah, we've got some pretty good teams on our squad.
Yep.
Yeah. But you're talking about consistency, John. Like they're all the teams are consistent. Like the people that are, like they're shooting mid pack. They're shooting mid pack all over the, all the stages. They're not like up and down and up
Correct.
and down. And the guys are like at the top are like just flat killing it.
Yep.
On every single one.
Yep.
So it's interesting to watch the dynamic though between the teammates, especially like at a match like this where like the team club matches seem like it's easier because all those people, they're
Yeah.
like local to you and you can talk to them and stuff.
right.
But there's a lot of people from like different states and different areas of the country coming together. Like I just met my partner during the walkthrough,
Yeah.
and you guys are from different states coming together. So
Right.
there's some partners out there that have been training together for months.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Lucky them.
I know, right?
I wonder what type of training they did, to be in sync.
Holding hands.
I bet they didn't tag once.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would think that I'd want to practice
Yep.
that because that's.
You should practice that.
I mean, just in my
like a
experience,
huge
that's a
part of it.
huge part of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like we talk about in 3-gun all the time. There's like that Riser said it the other day in a podcast I did with him. There's the time where your gun goes bang, and the time when it doesn't.
yeah.
And like running and tagging your partner is the time that it doesn't. Like that's
Right.
where like a ton of time can be
Sure.
gathered in like a stage.
Yeah. Yep. Tagging and communication.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Maybe they practice that. Just yelling at each other. Load, load, load. Move,
Yeah.
move. Target 2, target 3.
Yeah, a big one that I saw was partners just walking or watching their other partner walk past targets. Because
They watched them do that?
Yeah, like you just get in that
You're
mode
used
of
to
like
not
yeah,
coaching.
just like a
Yeah.
USPSA match where you just watch people do things,
Yep.
know. where there's a couple matches around the country where coaching's okay, like
Yep.
Vortex Shooter Source, and I think there's a
Hard
couple
as
other
Hell.
ones. Hard as Hell, yeah. I mean, that's another great example. And so I think it takes people a little bit to get in that mode of
Right.
coaching, you know? Like
Yes.
maybe you forget.
We were shooting stage 2 today off the A-frame, and one guy went to the side, and he had his foot out. So I grabbed his partner, and I was like, tell him, foot. So she goes, foot. Like, louder.
He's got earplugs and he's shooting. Tell him louder. Yeah, that's the other thing is no one's allowed to coach with the partner,
Yeah,
Right.
but you can say stuff to the partner.
Yeah, right.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
So, John,
What's up?
let's talk about your guns.
Which one?
Because you've got good taste in guns, and just was wondering what brought you to those guns. I'm
Dis-
curious.
Dissident Arms is what I run for my shoddy. I got into open because of one of the local guys who shoots with us. He shot 3-gun, and he had all the goodies. But then he said, I'm gonna shoot PCC now, and it's not Josh. He said,
You got to clarify. Apparently, there's a lot of people leaving open to go shoot PCC.
so he's shooting PCC now, and he wants to get rid of his open shotgun, open pistol. So I bought his open shotgun. It's the Dissident CR12, so no left arm charging handle because he's lefty. No choke, so I have mod choke, which is like Benelli light mod. And then he sold his pistol. He had STI Steelmaster, one of the old ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought that. I shot Missouri 3-gun with it, the plastic grip, and Dylan made fun of me so much, so I put a Evo grip on it.
Peer pressure.
Yep.
Don't make buying decisions based on Dylan.
I didn't put the front grip screw in it, so not everything.
Don't make buying decisions based on Dylan.
And then the rifle is I shoot Rise and Luth AR rifle. So
Mhm.
Rise upper lower, Luth barrel, handguard stock, Vortex optics.
Good stuff.
Nice.
So, how old are you, John?
16, just
You have a
turned
job?
16. I have a job. Yep. I work at.
I always wonder about this because, like, I see kids like you,
Yep.
nicer gear than me, and I'm like, tell me a story.
I
Where'd you get that?
I bought my shotgun and my pistol.
Good for you, man.
I work at a dog spa, so I wash dogs and dry dogs all day.
No kidding.
Did not
Yep.
know that. That's awesome. I'm bringing my dog by you next time.
I was gonna say you shoot in Texas anytime soon. Parker is getting too hairy for the Texas heat.
Yeah.
I should have brought him. Damn it!
I'm not washing your dog, Dave.
Come on, man.
But yeah, so I work 5 days a week, sometimes 4. Shoot after work, shoot on the weekends, make money, buy fun stuff.
Good for you, dude.
Yeah.
Good for you, man. Like, I'm so happy to hear that. I was not expecting that because I can't tell you how many juniors I talk to is like, I don't know, shit just shows up in the mail and like I'd use it. I feel. So, do you think you value your stuff because you actually washed a dog and then now you can go buy it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I dump it, it doesn't look like I value it.
Oh yeah, same here,
But,
man. Like, I tell you what, like I walk around the house with my STI DVC 3-gun. Like,
Yep.
I really like that thing.
Yep.
But on the clock, you wouldn't guess that.
No.
you
Yeah,
know?
right.
So,
It's funny. Dad will get mad at me. I'll just set it somewhere, set my rifle somewhere, and he'll, why is it doing here? I don't know. Why is it in the gun room? Because I put it there.
yeah, that's where it was when I
Last
picked up
drive.
this taco. You know.
No, not tacos.
So you
Oh
get
right, Minnesota.
you get paid on the dog per dog or
Nope, I get paid per hour.
per hour?
Yeah.
Oh okay.
You ever like, oh man, okay, so how does it work? Do they tell you how many dogs are scheduled for washing?
So the
And
normal
then-
amount of dogs would be like 9 dogs a day.
Yeah.
But as you get into the busier months, it's like 14 dogs a day.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if you're like, okay, hey, I'll stay late today and wash these dogs overtime.
No.
No.
After about the 8th dog, you don't want to deal with the last dog. Some of them get cranky, man.
Yeah.
They don't like the water.
Dude, Parker just cries and then he tries to get out of it.
Yeah.
He runs away.
Those
Tries
aren't-
to run away. Then you tackle him, and then like for a week he's afraid of you.
Yeah, not
That's why I
fun.
was gonna have you wash him.
No. You
Yeah.
keep your dog, Dave.
Dude, yeah, he doesn't like baths at all, man. Like he'll just sit there and like stare down and just like cry. Just
Yep.
And it's like, dude, it's warm. I'm keeping away from your eyes. You know, I'm talking to you all nice. Everything's good. I'm going to give you a cookie later. Does that happen to you too? Yeah, exactly. He gets all excited when you say
What
cookie.
happens to me is you get the big dogs in, and the little dogs aren't bad. You can control them just fine.
Yeah.
But you get big dogs.
Hold them under the water.
Yep, like doodles or something. Yeah. Oh, dude, you will. You will hold them under the water. Not for
Hey, strike that.
not for long, but they behave after that. So, but the big dogs like doodles and stuff like that, they pin themselves up against the wall.
Oh, yeah.
So they're on a leash in there.
Yeah.
And it's a normal bathtub, but it's like
I go
chest
to
height.
I go to one of those things too where you got a little ramp you walk them up into.
Okay.
You know?
So
Yeah.
we don't have that pleasure. I got to pick them up.
Yeah.
they
Well,
don't
Parker
like-
won't go up the ramp, so I got to pick him up too.
All right.
Yeah.
So
He only did that once, and then he's like, "I know what's up there. Screw you, Dave."
not again.
Yeah.
But yeah, they choke themselves.
Yeah. Parker does that too.
They'll jump out of the tub
Parker's tried to do that too.
and they'll stay out of the tub until their eyes literally start bulging out.
oh wow. Then
My-
you gotta like pick him up and put him back in.
Oh yeah, and then they don't want to go back in. My boss, they had a dog
They'd
that's
rather
eyes
choke than
popped out.
get
Oh,
their
really?
bath.
Poor little
Wow.
guy. What's your favorite type of dog to wash?
None.
None?
I don't like the good dogs. There's
Yeah.
really, I don't care what kind it is as long as it acts well. So
Are there dogs that are like just happy that you're bathing them?
certain dogs are yes
Yeah.
because they just come in so often.
Ah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is playtime.
Yep. Diane's Pet Spa.
Sweet.
Yep.
Yep. Check them out.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yep. Like
Give
him on
them a follow.
Like him on Facebook. Jon
You
will
just
watch
got
your
a
dog.
raise.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
cool,
pretty-
man. Thanks
yeah,
for
that-
sharing that. I
Yeah, dude,
never
that-
would have guessed that.
That's. I can't tell. I mean, you see it on my face. Like,
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
happy to hear that because I worked. Jay, you probably did this too. We're kind of the same vintage. You're a little bit older than me. I worked since I was like 16.
Yeah.
I haven't stopped.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. 15,
Yeah.
I think, was my first job. Worked at a pizza joint
Yeah.
for $5 an hour cash.
Yeah, 15. I prior baseball, and then I got like an actual W-2 job.
Yeah.
When I was 16, that was the earliest you could,
Yeah.
and then that's when I went and bought a car because I wanted a car so bad, you know.
Yeah.
But
Vroom vroom.
yeah, exactly. I wanted transportation, like be able to go do your own
Like
thing.
be a big
you know?
kid.
Exactly.
I'm a big kid now. I just got my license.
Attaboy. But it.
And the truck, too.
Yep.
You bought a truck.
Yeah.
There you go.
I got a big truck, just like Dave.
Yeah.
Nice.
Chicks dig it.
I'm gonna put a 3-gun show sticker on it, just like Dave.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice.
I will get you one.
Perfect.
I did not bring any. I'm going to need your address. I will send you some.
I
Or
don't know
I'll
if
see
I'm gonna give it to
JKM.
you, Dave.
I'll see you at JKM.
Okay. Sounds good.
And Nordic.
But I think like you value stuff more when,
Yes.
when you work for it. You know,
Yeah.
that's good. Good for you, dude.
Thanks.
Pumped to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like I don't know like a lot of people under 20 who have jobs. Like I know people that have graduated college and they're like, oh well, now I got to get my first job. It's like you have nothing to offer an employer. You have a degree, but you've never actually had a job and you've never like stood in the same place for 9 hours a day.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Am I a crusty old dude now?
Well, you're getting there.
I'm getting there.
You look good, Dave. You
We're
look good.
getting-
Thanks, buddy.
We're getting there, Dave. No, I think I might be there already.
No, Jay, you look good. You look good.
Asians don't raise them.
Yeah, man. you look shiny and new.
Someone just told me earlier they thought I was like 20 something. I'm like, I love you. You are awesome.
Well, just a minute ago, I was like, we were talking about college, and I was like,
Yeah.
when did you graduate? And you told me, and I'm like, no, when did you graduate college? And you're like, no, that was it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought you meant high school. I was like, oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah. No, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So, dude, I'm pumped to have Jon as my partner.
Yeah.
Because, like, we were going back to Nordic. I remember, like, being there talking to your dad,
Yep.
talking to you. You guys had a lot of questions, which I was ecstatic about.
Yeah.
Because usually new shooters are really quiet.
Mhm.
They don't really, like, they're just kind of off to the side. And,
I was quiet. It's just Jay's so friendly, you know?
you know,
Yeah, Jay,
I try to
you
interact
can't be quiet
with people.
around Jay. Like
I
Jay's
try to
gonna,
interact with people because
Yeah.
you want to kind of, welcome people,
Yeah.
make them feel comfortable.
well, especially new people, because like we love
Right.
having new people, and we
Yeah.
love to see them come back, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you guys listened to my suggestions. Like I said, hey, hit me up with whatever questions you have, and you guys did, and I was more than happy to help and see you like actually digest things and take things that worked for you and moved forward, like, and pay attention.
Yep.
So both you and your dad have become really good shooters in a short amount of time. But
yeah, that's for sure.
I totally attribute that to just being able to
All ears.
be all ears.
Yeah.
You know, and just see what works for you, then actually applying
Yep.
those things. You know, a lot of people, it's a lot. Let's face it. When you get into this game, there's so much: the gear, the rules, the expenses, the venues, the just everything. There's a lot to digest. A lot of little things to digest. But you guys did great, man. I applaud you and your dad for sticking to it, and then I'm honored that you guys asked me.
Sweet.
You know, I'm happy to be here shooting with you, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Bro hug.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's super cool to hear that from you, Jake, because, like, as you know, like, there's new people come in all the time and they ask, like, 1,000 questions, which I'm always happy to answer, right? Like, I've
Right.
answered the same question, like, several dozen times in the last week, right?
Yeah.
But to see Jon and his dad, like, actually put it into action is
Right.
really cool, because there's not a lot of people that do that.
Right.
There's thousands of people that are going to ask the questions, and there's 50 people of those thousands that are going to listen to you, and there's like 10 that are going to put it into action. So it's
Sure.
cool to have,
Yeah.
Jon here and shooting with us now, and he's
Yeah.
like actually put it into action.
Yeah.
So,
And then there's people that just ask you stuff, and then they go the complete opposite direction.
you know what you call those people?
I know what you call those people. You tell them what you
Do I
call
have
those
to
people.
cover my ears?
Nope. Ask holes.
That's right.
Ah, that's a good one. I'm not gonna say it.
You don't need to.
I don't get it. It's like, why bother even asking me?
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah, there's a good one on Three Gun Talk right now. What's the absolute cheapest shotgun that's going to be the best for this game?
Mossberg 930.
No, cheaper than that. Like, he's talking like Ithaca pump, and there's people that gave him like several pretty good suggestions, and finally I was like, dude, maybe you should just like wait 6 months and buy a shotgun.
Yep.
Like, you shouldn't buy one now. Maybe borrow your bros or something. And then he's back on there asking questions again. I'm like, that is an asshole. Just a
That's
black
really
hole of
funny.
askiness.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, they ask, and stuff has been posted a million times.
Yeah.
The dead
Yeah,
horse.
And I admit, like, in like a public forum, like, posting is kind of tough because you can't like vet those people. But for like in Jon's case, like, he saw you shoot. He's like, oh, Jay is legitimate. Like, Jay is a good shooter. I can see from here. And so then like the 1-to-1, you're answering questions, and then there's still people that just like, well, what about this? Well, what about this? Well, like, no, dude.
yeah.
Like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's interesting, though. Well, all right, Jon, back to you, buddy.
Okay.
Future. Let's talk about goals. You're only 16, and you're, like, doing really well.
Yep.
It's all downhill from here. I'm just telling you like this.
That's a bummer.
No, I'm totally kidding.
Just when I got excited, Dave.
Oh, no, I'm totally kidding. But do you have goals? Do you set, like, yearly goals in the game? Do you set, like, 5-year goals? Like, eventually I want to be to this level. Eventually I want to do this. Do you have things that you want to accomplish, or are you just kind of like riding the wave and taking what comes?
Right in the wave. I've
Yeah?
never really looked at it as what I need to do or like what I really want to do. It's how can I improve every time I pull my gun. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Every time I go to a match, how can I improve? What can I see that I can work on for next match? So as I continue to grow, it's I guess I kind of have goals like high junior. I'd like to get high junior at just about every match, and top 5 finishes really is what I want for every match. So I don't want to win every match. I don't want to lose any match, but top 5 finishes are nice.
Yeah. Top 5. I'm sure. I've been told.
Sorry, Dave.
It's all
I
good.
didn't mean any harm.
I'm shooting exhibition. It's fine.
2x4 open.
Hey, in today's competitive shooting world, top 5 is very, very respectable.
Yeah.
That's very.
Yeah, Jay, you've been
very
shooting
good.
a long time. Like the level of shooter, the average level of shooter has gone way up.
Yeah.
There's more Instagram posts to look at.
Yeah, maybe that's why I think the average level of shooter's gone up, because I see all the Instagram posts.
Definitely.
I'm putting in work.
Dues paid.
Yeah, dues paid.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's just more people that are putting in the work too. I mean,
Mhm.
honestly, there's more available places to shoot. Obviously, the fair weather
More
guys.
matches than ever.
There's more matches. Yep. But I think there's a lot of people that are actually putting in the work and doing better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just to see your growth in the amount of time. It is impressive.
Yeah, it really is. So, Jon, you have, like Jay said, grown so much in 3-gun in a short amount of time. How are your grades? How's everything else in your life? Are
B
you doing
average.
good at that? B average?
Yep.
So, have you... Let me ask you this. So, have you applied, like, the work that you put into 3-gun into any other area, or do you plan to? Like, has putting in the work in 3-gun demonstrated to you that you can do that with anything you want, or you think, like, 3-gun's an anomaly in your life?
If I put in the work in anything that I think I can do well at, I will do well at that. That's just kind of how I'm built. But I don't put it into school just because I don't want to. Sorry, 3-gun.
It's all good.
But my job, I guess I put a lot into that. I like my job. I like to work. I like the effort it takes to be good at 3-gun.
Mm-hmm.
I like to be able to go train. I like to be able to train with like Josh and just see how the best do it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, and there is like a tangible reward for every little bit of effort that you do put in the sport.
Yep.
And you can actually see it.
Definitely.
Which I think is cool, because like a lot of times, you know, you don't really see a whole lot of progress fast in certain endeavors.
Yes.
It just seems like it just takes like a long time to like eke that progress out,
Yep.
and it can be like discouraging.
That's how pistol was for me.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Talk about that. Tell me about that.
Well, I first started with Smith & Wesson M&P, and I was like, man, I'm good. I can hit these targets so easily. And then I started shooting in a competitive league, and I figured out I wasn't so good. The targets weren't so hit easily. So it's just dry fire, draws, sight picture, and that's all I do in dry fire. I'll throw in reloads every now and then, but just working the basics. I don't go fast in dry fire just because you can screw stuff up just as easily by practicing. Because you think you're doing the right thing, you think you have that perfect sight picture, the perfect trigger squeeze, but you don't. And then you get out to live fire, and then you just fail. And then you go back to square one, kind of disappointed, bummed out, and then you don't really want to do it anymore. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, so then where was like the corner turned for you in pistol? When did you finally start to click things together and finally start to get it?
STI 2011.
Yeah.
Everybody-
Switching platforms?
Yep. Everybody says just get good at what you got. But I like Dylan's approach. Get the best that you can. Maybe not like the $5,000 pistol, but entry level 2011. Going from Glock to 2011 was game changer. Became better pistol shooter just like that. Just because the finer instruments, the better you're going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, there.
You still got to practice.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, you still got to practice for sure. But there is something to be said for like high quality gear.
Yep.
Like just really makes everything more enjoyable when you know that like your gun's on, your scope's on, your shotgun works, your pistol works.
Yeah. Definitely.
Just take those variables out of the equation there.
You don't have to think like, is the barrel shot out? Is
Right.
yeah, high end gear is enjoyable.
For sure.
What are you giggling about?
Nothing.
All right, I think we lost Jon here.
No, I'm still here, Dave. I'm still here.
So Jay, let's talk about you, man. You've been in the 3-gun game for a long time. You've done a lot of different things. Accomplished heavy shooter, accomplished tack shooter, starting to dabble in this open thing. Do you kind of change things every few years just to keep it interesting, or you just kind of like what's the strategy? Is there a strategy?
You know, I wish there was more strategy involved. There really isn't. I think you know, it's just a couple things: distraction, a little bit. You know, a little bit of open curious, a little bit of heavy curious. You know, that sort of thing. But I also try to, like with the rifles, right? So LMT's got a couple 308s that they built for me that need to be shot. You know, I want to shoot those. They look very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to shoot heavy. I'll be shooting Nordic in heavy optics.
It's a good match to shoot heavy in. There seems to be like a lot of heat at that match
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Jomar sets it up to be heavy friendly.
Yeah.
He wants people to be shooting heavy.
Which is weird, though, because like, I wouldn't consider that a heavy-friendly match because there's not a lot of long range there. And I would think, like, 308 would shine on long range. Am I wrong on
See,
that?
I've always thought that, too, but everyone says it's worse. I don't know why. I think that hold would be easier.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I did find that that bullet dropped really fast. So, like,
Okay.
at 500 yards, I was really surprised. Like, oh, really? That's what the mill hold is? Like, it dropped really fast because it's freaking heavy.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, those bullets, when they're coming down on those flashers,
Yeah.
that's fun.
I tell you what, though, man, like, when I've shot with Bill Corcoran before,
Yeah.
and you have, like, that 8-inch Colt popper in the corner of the bay
Yeah.
that Three Gun Nation thought was a good idea, and that thing goes down with the 308, you're like, okay, we're going to need a fixer over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Every stage.
Chris Sazin 2 years ago at Missouri 3-Gun Championship, he hit a skinny Zammy, and he broke it right in half. So
my
he
God.
got to take 2 trophies home that match.
Nice.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yep.
Those,
Breaking targets left and right with heavy. That's easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're shooting a 308, you're shooting heavy in Nordic.
At Nordic, yep. I'll probably shoot. Let's see. I haven't really mapped out the matches I'll shoot heavy in, but there'll be a couple more matches I'll shoot heavy in, and then I'm gonna play with open. I might shoot like I've shot a local match in open with that VR80,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of cool. Just playing with that. And eventually, if I get a pistol this year, I might shoot a major with that and in open. But I'm probably planning on next year doing some open. But yeah, the whole shooting other divisions, it's fun. I mean, I like pulling the triggers on all kinds of guns, man.
Yeah.
I really should just stick to one, like TAC or something. But
Shoot all the divisions.
I don't think so.
it's just fun to shoot
Yeah.
different divisions.
It is.
Know? So
Last year I took a few months to shoot limited when I was getting ready for the Colorado 3-Gun Championship, where I was shooting patrol. And coming back to TAC, like, everything seemed like much, much easier.
Yes.
And so you agree, John?
Yes.
Did you ever take time and shoot limited?
When not limited, but when I first started, we got a buddy who shoots with us, and he loves revolvers. He shoots revolvers, and he's very good at revolver shooting. He shot Hard as Hell 2 years ago, the all pistol stage with revolver, and he cleaned it. So he got spinner over. He did Death Star.
No kidding. He shot the all pistol stage
all
with a
pistol
revolver?
stage with a 6-shot revolver.
Dang.
Yep.
for
Tyrone
that
Spencer,
guy.
go look him up.
That's awesome. Is that like, does he have it on YouTube or something like that?
He's got a YouTube. Yep.
Does he have that stage on
Yep.
YouTube?
He-
I'll have to check that out.
Yep. And so he shoots revolvers a lot in league as well.
Okay.
And I was like, "Can I shoot your revolver?" Okay. And he's always bragging that he's better at his semi-auto because of his revolver. I didn't really believe him. Like, okay. So I tried, and you get better. The long trigger pull just really helps the short trigger pull.
Yeah.
If you, don't train on it a lot, but like when I was struggling with the Glock, I practiced a little with the revolver, shoot better with the Glock just
No
because.
kidding.
Yep.
Huh. Jerry does a lot of cross
I'm
training.
telling you, man. See?
Yeah, seriously. So I'm kind of on like this little path of like, maybe I go shoot some other crazy
Steel
crap.
challenge
Yeah.
revolver.
Yeah. I tell you what, revolvers. I was gonna say for some reason it's Jerry. Let's just be honest, it's
Right.
Jerry. Like, I've always wanted to shoot a revolver like really fast, because if you watch some of those videos of Jerry and when they slow him down and he's dumping that moon clip in
Yep.
there, he's throwing it in. Like, he's let go
Just
before
dropping.
it even touches the revolver. And he just literally throws that thing in there like he's throwing a football. And it lands, and he smacks it home, and it goes back. It's
Drops
just
6
incredible.
more in 0.3 seconds.
Yeah. So, on that note, I'm shooting Colorado 3-gun in Patrol Division again this year, which is it's kind of a fun division. So, it's pump shotgun.
Okay.
And it's the only bummer is it's the pistol is no single action pistol. So, it's DASA or striker fired, which means you got to go buy like a CZ Shadow.
Yep.
To be competitive in it, which sucks. I'm not going to do that. But shooting a striker fire pistol, limited to 15 rounds. Your rifle's limited to 30 rounds. And then it's a fixed optic, so you can choose 1X or you can choose whatever X.
4.5x.
Yeah, like Vortex sells the 3X Spitfire. You can shoot that, or I think ACOGs. Trijicon has ACOGs.
Can you
several
run
varieties.
irons, offset irons?
Can't run offset irons. You
Okay.
can run irons in line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Gaming it.
I don't know what that would do for you, but anyway. So the point is, I'm gonna go shoot that, and I'm excited for that because that's something fun to shoot and something different. But we just at lunch decided we recruited Jay, Texas 3-gun 2020.
All right.
Jay Christensen and I decided like we're gonna shoot heavy because their heavy division is basically we decided it's called DMR or I think AMAX and I decided it's called DMR division.
Yeah.
It's 308 rifle. 9mm semi-automatic pistol and semi-automatic shotgun. So it's like your TAC gear, but now you got 308. TAC ops 308. So we call it DMR division. So
right.
Jay's
down.
nodding.
Let's
He's
do
in.
it. Yeah.
Yes. All right. It's March 2020.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'll shoot heavy open.
Heavy.
You make your own division.
10 rounds with a dot.
Sounds fine to me.
Get that offset red dot on the 308. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and they don't have magazine limitations in heavy open either. Now they got
D50.
that- exactly. Or in heavy open, heavy division. So now they got that D50.
Hey, that's another thing too. So for that Texas, are they gonna allow the D50?
That's a good question. It doesn't have a rule against it. Let's just say that.
Okay. Because I think I remember having the couple mags for that being okay.
A Texas 3-gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like coupled 25s.
Couple 25s were fine.
Were
And
okay.
25s are fine, right? So it's like 20 with the base pad.
Yeah, so the D50 would be good. I haven't tested mine yet, so.
We got a D50. My dad's shooting heavy at Nordic, and I don't like it.
No?
Nope. It is really, really bulky and heavy.
Oh, I'm sure.
It throws the whole gun off. So
I'm sure.
we bought several 25-round PMags and then put Terrans, like +3s or whatever, on them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just about like a D60 if you're doing single taps, and that it's nice. It shoots flat.
Interesting.
But the D50 really just it's nice as in like.
So as far as like the gun handles, it changes that?
Yes, it changes
Okay.
recoil. It changes how you hold it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm sure it's pretty heavy, right?
Like 308's heavy already.
Yeah.
You throw 50 rounds in there, it's like.
It's got to be like a
Am I done
harmonics
yet?
thing. Like it shaking down
Yep.
and up. And
Yeah.
It just moves.
Not stable
Oh,
like
yeah.
your
Yeah, because
223.
it's all spiraling around,
Yeah.
and there's so much more mass than the
It's
5.56.
interesting. I haven't. Yeah, I got to play with that.
I
and
love
see.
coupled mags. We
Yeah.
coupled two like 28s together, and I think that's what every heavy shooter should use.
Every time I do coupled mags on the AR-15, right?
Yep.
So 5.56, I end up with like a loose round on top, which I usually just whack on my magazine well as I smack the magazine in,
Okay.
just like strip it away and it falls on the ground, which sucks because
Yep.
usually it's 75 grain if I'm using coupled mags. But
Got a plan for that.
yeah, ooh, there you go. Throw one little burner around on top.
Oh yeah.
Get that little Magpul dummy. my lucky
Click.
My lucky would be that one time that the thing stays in there, and I'm like, no, get out.
Yeah, so I
Division
think
hopping is fun.
I think all of us doing that heavy division next year would be fun.
It'd be a good time.
Let's
I
get.
can't wait
let's
for
get
heavy
Dylan
open.
to shoot it too.
Heavy open's gonna be awesome.
Well, it's almost heavy open. All you're gonna do is get a tube-fed shotgun and take the dot off your pistol.
Oh, you gotta get the pump shotgun with the magazine for heavy open.
Well, no, it's semi-automatic, dude.
So could I do it?
DMR division, man.
I might do it.
There you go. Come shoot with us.
No.
We're gonna make it a thing. We're gonna try to make it like the biggest heavy division ever.
So let me ask you this: what do you think about a box-fed magazine with only 9 rounds?
No.
No.
Why are you doing this? We were having such a great time.
If there's a way to break it, I'll find a way.
Just that Spartan 300.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, well, that was another three-gun talk thread. Guys were like, well, what about 4 rounds in the magazine? I'm like, how about 1? Like, we're loading 1 at a time, you know. So we settled on 2. That was our negotiation.
Side by side.
Well, I figure if it's box fed shotgun,
Okay.
it's 2 rounds in there.
Yeah.
It's the same as a twin load, right?
Yeah. There
So.
you go.
Sorry,
Can you
Johnny.
imagine how many magazines you'd have to have
Need
on
a
you?
ton of magazines, dude.
And then your pistol magazines.
Yeah,
That's a heavy belt.
yeah. That's the cool thing about
Suspenders.
like heavy in tech or a Texas 3-gun is you can just use your normal tack mag, pistol mags. Like a lot of times, especially at like Rocky Mountain 3-gun where they have that all pistol stage was like 60
Yeah.
rounds.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
poor heavy dudes, man.
Yeah.
There's not enough pouches on Earth for you to get all
no.
those magazines in
Nordic's going to do that, so any heavy shooters out there, plan for that.
there.
Like 53 rounds.
I was pulling mags out of my pockets.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. I think I had like 5 mag pouches, and then I had 2 or 3. I had at least 2 in my pocket.
Yeah.
I don't know how they double them up. Every time I see someone like double them up, it sags.
Yep.
I could not stand having a
Yep.
mag
I've,
pouch.
I've seen the
sag.
triple ones too, and then they end up looking like an accordion coming out, you know?
No,
Like all sagged out. Yeah, I don't like that.
but there must be skill to it.
Yep. All right, guys. Let's talk about tomorrow. We're gonna work to wrap up here. We got tomorrow. We got 4 stages left. We're 4 stages down today. It's
Yep.
it's just in the early evening time here. Got the rest of the evening to kind of strategize, chill out, have some loaves of bread, and your and your Sonic slushies. What are you looking forward to tomorrow?
All rifle stage.
All rifle?
Yep.
Yeah.
To me, it's the pistol, personally. I'm looking forward to the out pistol stage.
It's
There's
gonna
no
be
pistol
funny.
stage?
Stage 5.
Stage 5.
It's the one where
One
they got
person
the
shoots steel.
orange steel. One person shoots steel, then the other person shoots
I got you.
the paper. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
think we got a good plan for that one.
Be a good plan for that one. But the all rifle one, I'm worried about the interaction of the vibration between the
Yeah.
2 barricades.
Did
As
you
you're
shoot the old
alternating
war
shots.
sport? The last
No.
war sport?
I missed all.
So
of
they
those.
had that same type of stage.
Yeah.
Any little thing your partner does over there, you can feel and see in your
Really?
scope. Any
Oh.
little thing.
Thanks for the tip, Dave.
Yeah. And like anything.
Yeah.
So if you think like, I'm just going to, while John's shooting over here, I'm going to readjust, you just effed him up like hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you suggest popping your rifle off?
No, but then you got to
No.
reposition.
Would it be worth it helping
Would it
the
be
other
worth
guy?
it? No, no, no.
Getting first round
That's
hits?
a lot of time. We'll
I
have
don't
to,
think so.
We'll have to watch. We'll have to watch that one being shot.
Yeah. I think you guys both need to spend time getting your first position
Yeah.
and then stay as stable as possible. Keep your breathing
Yep.
low and slow.
There's no running, so it should be nice.
Yeah.
Just stand and deliver.
yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. So, what stage are you looking forward to?
Me? So I'm looking. What is it? Stage. I think it's stage 8 that has that.
Rifle spinner?
Yeah. There's
Yep.
the rifle spinner, but there's that big array of poppers and kickers,
Yeah.
and you have to shoot a popper, and your partner shoots a kicker.
Yeah.
That I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
That just sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
I'm going to put all
I
8
agree.
down, and then he's going to hit all 8 aerials in about like
Oh,
4
That
seconds.
would be baller.
4 seconds.
we got to see if we can like practice
Just-
that during awards or something.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
afterwards, make
Yeah,
a sweet
yeah.
Instagram
Hey,
post.
Aaron, can we go?
Yeah. Well, you gotta test something out real quick.
Calibration.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at least 4. That'd be cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
8.
4.
Come on,
1, 2,
man.
3, 4.
Even 2, man.
Huh?
Could we do it? 2?
2, I think, is totally doable.
Two's totally doable.
Should we do it?
Yeah.
Pump, pump. Because if you keep like your cadence like pump, 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 pump,
Yeah.
Yep.
pump, pump, and just like pause in between.
Yeah.
I think you guys could do it easy.
Yeah.
Sounds good, Jay.
Yeah. 2, at least 2.
I think you should do 3.
3? I think 3 is totally
5.
doable.
5 it is.
I think 4 is where it gets sketchy.
4 is where it gets a little dicey. But there's only 8, so you only get to do it.
You only got to do it twice.
Yeah.
Not happening.
No guts, no glory, man.
I like penalty-free matches.
Yeah. No,
But-
I think 2 is definitely the way to go.
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom. Yep.
Do that again, Jay.
That's
Yeah.
the way to go.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah. Anything divisible by 8, so it's either 4 or 2,
Yeah.
and 2 is safe.
Yeah, 2's much safer than 4, for sure. Okay, well, we know what you guys are doing tomorrow. So what's focus for the rest of the year, John?
Have fun, shoot fast,
Yeah.
And don't miss
on the gas pedal.
on the gas pedal.
How about for you, Jay?
For me, it's just like John says, top 5 is super respectable. So that's my goal. I'm gonna try to work towards practice sessions to maintain that goal. But honestly, top 10, I'm pretty stoked about.
Yep.
But top 5, I am extremely stoked about. But I feel like it's within my ability to do it. So that's my goal.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, guys, thanks for being on the 3 Gun Show.
Thank you for having
Jay,
us.
you were just here, and you know, I heard that you had Jon Wiedell as a teammate, and I'm like, dude, you gotta like work a little something. We gotta do a little teammate
Work the
podcast,
magics.
and here we are. So this is great, man. So, Jay, thank you for doing this. John, thanks
Yeah.
for being on the 3 Gun Show
Thanks
for
for
your very
letting me.
first time.
It was fun.
I'm excited to see how much you've changed and grown in the sport since I saw you at the 2A here at Junior Camp 2 years ago. Pumped to see what your future has in store for you, and you guys have fun tomorrow.
I'm excited to see the next Jon Wiedell episode.
Yeah,
You know.
when he's all cocky and angry.
No, that's not going to happen. Not if I have anything to do with it.
Jay's gonna throat chop me and drop kick
Yeah,
me.
you put him in his place.
No, I'm excited to see. Maybe towards the end of the year, let's just see how things go. I think it'll be a very good year. I told John, I told you this, and you probably remember this. I predicted John winning high junior in every match he shoots this year.
Really?
And so far, what? Am I right? Have you? Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
you're
much.
right.
But that doesn't go without the hard work. So I
Yep.
think if you keep up the hard work and keep paying attention, I mean, it's totally doable, man. So I'm looking forward to, and I think we should talk about it at the end of the year when that happens.
All right,
So,
let's do it.
Yeah.
Planning.
All right, we're there.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Sweet.
you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
If you are finished, unload, show clear.